It's the Jim and Terry Show, coming to you with caffeine in our blood.
And that was Terry speaking.
And that is Jim speaking.
There
You
you
can't
go.
see the gestures, but he's pointing at me. I won't tell you which
Well,
finger.
because the other show featuring Stay
Skillet.
Spiritual
Oh, yes.
and Skillet, you never said who you were.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You
I
sounded
take
like
it-
the proud father, and I was left out completely.
Oh, you're the proud dad.
I'm just kidding.
You were
I'm just
you were
kidding,
superb.
totally kidding about that.
And you were a good, well, this is the thing. I take everything you say with a grain of salt. Sometimes it's a cowlick, but it's salt of some sort, of some description. We are in the Hobbit hole in Bobcaygeon. It is cold and frosty outside, beginning to look a lot like Christmas, part 2.
Well, the weather outside is frightening.
But you made it.
Actually, the weather was good.
How
all
was
the
the
way.
drive?
The wind, I'm really starting to feel that my car really
Whoa,
feels the wind.
yes.
So it's going to be gusty winds today. So.
And apparently there is a snow squall warning still.
Well, Barry's got it. I think they're getting 30 centimeters or something.
Barry, wow.
And I got to go up there on Saturday after
I
a
wish
funeral.
you well. I wish you well. You were talking about age and stage things, and attending funerals seems to be part of our age and stage.
Yeah, this is going to be new for me because it's going to be a mass.
Yeah.
A Catholic mass funeral.
Right.
And
In
I'm not going
Spanish.
to know what to do. Yeah, I won't understand a word. It'll all be in Spanish.
And complicate things as well by adding the relationship. Why are you attending this particular funeral, and whose family is going to be in attendance?
Well, my girlfriend loved her mother-in-law dearly, and she's very close to all her in-laws or ex-in-laws. I don't know how you put it. So she was very crushed by her death. So stupid me said, "Is there anything I could do? Would you want it?" And she said, "Yes, that would be great. Drive down in a blizzard and attend this at 10:30 in the morning. I know you're going to have to drive all the way up to Barrie, past Barrie, for a party. So after that, so it's good. Saturday's going to be a tiring day."
Wow, I do wish you well, but this is you said it's part of what we do. It's just you support people
Well, you
in their
support
time
people,
of loss.
Yeah. If someone you're supposed to love has troubles, you have to drop stuff, and I'm just glad I could do both because because of my schedule. Lots of times when I'm invited up to Barrie for a party or something, I can't go, and this time I jumped. I looked at my calendar, and went nothing on it. This is on it, and I put that down and said, yeah, I'll be there. So the funeral's in the morning, the party's at night.
Wow.
And so
And you're not getting any younger, my friend.
yeah, I know.
But
Well,
don't act your age. Keep doing what you're doing, because that's how you stay young and fresh.
Yeah.
Okay, we were going to talk about some CrazyTown USA stuff, and
it
I don't
has
know where to
gone
begin
nuts.
to parse this thing. Except I will start with the interview that I heard. Former Bill Clinton ambassador to Canada was being interviewed, and I think it's called the Washington Monthly. I'll put the link in the description for anyone who wants to follow it. But it was a slice of sanity and history that I always knew and believed, but because you get fed so many lies so often, so much so thick, you lose your footing in the slop that's now being reported as being whatever Trump uttered lately. And you can't govern that way. So here was a voice of sanity saying the peak of the Canadian-American relations was likely during the Reagan, Mulroney, or Clinton, Chrétien years. It was somewhere in there. And he said it's the worst it has ever been, ever in history.
Yeah. Well, Trump wants to change the name of the party too. By the way, did you see that?
Oh yeah, the Trumpublicans or something.
Trumpluggins, something like that.
Tumplicans.
He's wrecking everything. It's like that book you have. Everything that Trump touches
Rick
dies.
Wilson, look it up,
or
folks. It's
withers
been
or something.
true.
And it's true. You watch everybody that's been backing him. Those poor people. Maybe they deserve what they get. I don't know. But as my Christian heart goes out, I do feel bad when people get their coming ups, and they're all going to have to suffer their betrayal of the American way. They're going to have to suffer. And now, it's not just Canada, but Canada's doing a great job. Many foreign broadcasters and that are saying Canada's actually leading the way. It's because of Trump's antics. new doors have to be opened, new agreements have to be made. And that's all because of Trump. Even the cost of living in our own country right now, even the problems that we're having, I'm telling you, audience, just blame the one man, Trump, and then blame those who support this guy that's obviously got a nut loose.
Yeah, so grounded this point of view, the CrazyTown USA is everywhere, United States. The ambassador was saying it's not the people that are the problem, it's the administration.
Yeah.
But I'm going to back it up and say, at what point does a democracy own their leadership? You voted. That's the power of the ballot.
Well, that's true, and they have to eat that.
So they do, and the farmers are eating it, and it's soy that they're eating.
Yeah, their own crops because no place to sell it.
And the irony is that Trump's saying that he will support the farmers with payments and payouts using tariffs that consumers in the United States are paying.
Yeah.
And
let's just look at that just for a brief moment. China, I thought, let's just say, the figures might be not right, but let's just say China brought in 27 million metric tons of soybean under Biden. Trump comes in, makes a mess of all of that, then agrees to take half of that, sell half of that, and call it a victory.
Call it a deal.
And so far, I think it's only been like 3 metric tons that's been gone. So all these deals are not real deals, but here's what Trump does. Like Obamacare. He'll destroy Obamacare and bring in another care and call it Trump Care.
Yeah.
He destroys and then says he's fixing it, but it never comes back as good.
No.
And it's the same. He now is going to subsidize his own farmers for $12 billion, but gave $40 billion to Argentina. Unbelievable. So he doesn't know what he's doing. He just draws at the hip at everything that comes up. And he thought, and I hope not rightfully so, but he thought America is just so strong that the whole world's going to kneel to them and he'll become the king of the world. And I hope that's not true.
Now, one of the other anchor points for this discussion in CrazyTown USA was an interview which was it's a dramatization of Chrétien's interviews during the 9/11 crisis and how Canada is the best ally, the best partner the United States could ever have wanted. And they still treated us like bleep.
Yeah, well, they did. And I heard, I did listen to that, and it was correct. And Chrétien answered it unbelievably great with all of the...
Good to be reminded of
history. He had to remind them. Like a lot of the victories you're claiming we did. That was Canada.
Okay, stop there. That's what we call American exceptionalism, and I really think they are loaded with that. It's like the dose of what their education system produces is high-octane American exceptionalism, missing the humility that is demonstrated in a country like Canada, who walk softly. We take the Teddy Roosevelt. The line is walk softly and carry a big
stick.
Foreign policy stick. Yeah. But you do it softly. You do the backroom deals. You do it out of the limelight. Trump is the opposite.
Yeah.
It has to be a song and a dance, and it has to be announced in the Oval Office. You have to have gold-plated everything, and it's a terrible way to govern. And yet here he is.
To govern.
So.
But his people, his cronies are going after him too. And unfortunately, we don't have that much time in this. But I was hearing an expert, a military expert, a woman. She was phenomenal. You may have even sent it to me about Pete Hegseth, saying basically, I thought she was actually going to agree with him. But after she went all through the point that, yes, you can reinstate Kelly to court-martial. And after all that, she said, but that's totally illegal. Right off the thing, she said he's not fit to be the head of the Department of War. He's just not fit, and he should be impeached. And that's what I think, if there is true justice, people like him, people like Pam Bondi, people like what's-her-face, Levitt, all of them need to really pay the price for being the Gestapo. They need to pay that price.
Isn't that something? What about Christy Noem as part of the Gestapo?
Oh, her too, yeah.
And we haven't even talked about
She's broken
ICE.
every law in the book.
There's stuff going on in the United States and the shootings of National Guard. We'll get to that in another podcast. But CrazyTown USA is
Part
a
two's
problem.
coming. Part two's
It's
coming.
a problem for us in
Yeah.
Canada. Jim and Terry Show signing off for now. Bye-bye, Ferg.